Morning guys, it's me again, Inspirational Post by Leverson. I'm just going to get straight into it this morning. What happened yesterday was I did my post, but I deleted it, silly of me, because what had happened was I'd letting it download, took a look at it, and I'd put in all the information as I normally do. And what's happened is because I've gone over 15 minutes and 30 seconds, obviously then I need to chop that in half. So I'll do like 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes, and or seven and a quarter minutes, and then 7.25 minutes on the next one. But what happened was I deleted it. So silly me. So I didn't make that post, and I did say I was going to post every day. So what I want to talk about this morning is measuring twice and cutting once. My own stupid fault, but it's going to be a lesson learned to make sure that I don't go through and do this silly mistake again. I look at things as basically just a learning opportunity, and you know what, I love to learn, and everything in life doesn't always go smoothly. It doesn't go smoothly all the time, so you should always check and make sure that if you've done say you've done your homework, make sure that you've done everything to your best of your ability. Make sure that you've gone through and you go back and you read what you've done. Don't just get to the end and that's it. Don't take a look at it. As you're writing through, you get through, finish all your paragraphs, make sure that all your full stops are in your commas. Then you get through it, make sure that all your capitals are in the right place and everything else. So then what will happen is, once you've completed that, you're not just going to tuck it away and just hand it in. No, what you're going to do is you're going to go back over it and you're going to read it through. So called proofreading. So you're going to read it through and make sure that everything's all right, or you give it to somebody else, or you read it out to somebody else to make sure that everything's right. Because sometimes you can write something down as you're thinking it, and what will happen is it doesn't make sense, or it makes sense in a way, but you've put things in the wrong order, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? So you'll miss something out, or you'll put or was when it should have been a where, or a and, or the. So you just double check it and you go through. So it's just like, I know that playing sports, me going to play football, or so if you were going to go boxing or running or whatever your sport is, you get to your meet. The next thing is you're looking through your bag, you forgot your boxing gloves, or you forgot your track shoes, excuse me, or you forgot your football boots because you didn't double check. And that's what it is. It's just something so easy. As I said, I do these for easy things, not to slate anybody, not to put anybody down, not to make anybody feel uncomfortable, just telling you like just simple easy things. So if I had of checked my post and I'd have seen that it hadn't uploaded properly, instead of me just going straight to delete and all that content that I'd already put in, what I've thought of, because as I said, I put things down naturally as it comes to me. I'm just speaking it as it is, and I'm just putting it out there. I'm not editing. I'm not looking for the most perfect light. I'm just going on my pure thoughts that come to me, and I'm just putting it out there, because I know that there are millions of people exactly the same way, that sometimes we put things out there and we feel that, oh, that wasn't right, or that, oh, I could have done that a little bit better. But you know, I think for me anyhow, and this is just me, and everybody else can do whatever they want to do, in their own way and making sure that they're happy with it, that's fine, not a problem. But I'm making sure that when I do something, if I make a mistake, if I have a hiccup, if I have a cough, if I have a burp, I'm not going to go back and edit it, because for me, it's who I am and it's all true. And if there are, as people see them as mistakes, I don't see them as mistakes. I see them as learning points. If I was to burp now, why should I edit that out? Because it's a natural function. As long as I'm not opening my mouth out wide. If I cover my mouth, as I'm going to do it, or I'm yawning and cover my mouth, or a sneeze, why should I edit that out? Because that is who I am, and that's part of human nature and behavior. As long as I'm not being overboard and making it so outrageous that you're thinking, oh God, that ain't right. So I wouldn't do that anyhow, because it doesn't come across as professional to say. I'm not saying that I'm professional anyhow, no, but it doesn't come across as nice. It doesn't come across as being respectful. So I'm respecting everybody that's listening in, tuning in and watching. So why should I do something disgusting, probably to get likes or views? No. If I sort of yawn, or if I burp, or if I sneeze, as I've said before, I'm not going to edit it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover my mouth. I'm going to make sure that I apologize for it, because that's who I am. But I'm not going to edit anything. I'm not looking for the most perfect light. I'm not going to try and have my head in a certain way, or look in a certain way. I'm just doing it as I do it, because it's about the content that I'm putting out. It isn't about how I'm looking. I'm not going on a fashion shoot. I'm just giving words of advice. Hopefully I'm giving words of wisdom to some, just to say that, you know what, you can do it. You can do whatever you want to do. If you put in the hard work, if you put in the time within yourself, if you put in the most into you, like most people put in the most into themselves, like they're going out on a Saturday night what they want to wear, and probably trying to figure out from Friday what they want to wear for the Saturday. If you put that much detail and time and effort into yourself, how great will you become? But for making mistakes, you can make mistakes, but it's about how you learn and how you bounce back for those things here anyhow. So if I had of, in the first place, double checked it, I would have had my post out. But I do apologise anyhow for not having it out, because what I was going to talk about yesterday, basically, if I can remember, I was going to be just talking about, oh yeah, it's about a thing that had happened in America, and it was about two people. No, there was three people involved actually, and there's three people, and they had a dog, and the dog was in. Their dogs were in this sort of like confined area and space where they can let the dogs do whatever the dogs do, like sniff. You know that I've got a dog anyhow, Ziggy, and he comes everywhere to me. I'm running and stuff. Apart from when he's poorly, bad air that he had, so he couldn't come out with me. But you know what I mean. So anyhow, that's what I was going to talk about, because the woman phoned the police on the bloke who was with his two dogs. The dogs weren't vicious or anything else. Dogs were playing, but the dog was trying to hump her dog. So she decides to call the police because of the dog trying to hump her dog, which is absolutely ridiculous. Waste of police time and effort and everything else. And I just don't understand that at all. Wasting police resources. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It beggars belief for me anyhow. So I was just going to talk about that. Well, what I'll do is, right, I will probably post that later on, but I just want to talk about today, making sure, which is good anyhow, because as I said, I talk about things as they come to me. I haven't got a script. I'm not working from somebody else's work. It's all coming from me and how I see the world and how I see things and how I think things should be. And because I know there's a lot of like-minded people out there that think also like-mindedness as well, how they see life should be. So I thought anyhow that was a complete waste of time for that woman to do what she did. It was silly. And then I was going to be saying about how I would have dealt with that situation. If anybody tries to throw you off tilter, off balance, to get you riled up, to get you in a way so that you're going to get angry, don't let it happen. Don't let somebody else be in control of your emotions. Keep your emotions cool. I wouldn't have said anything to the woman. I wouldn't have engaged with the woman at all. I would have just taken Ziggy off and I would have said, Zig, don't do that. Sit, stay. And then I would have put him on his lead and I would have waited for the police. I would have just smiled if the woman was going on and saying about, this, that and the other. I would have gone, okay, smiled, and I would just wait for the police to turn up. And then I would have said what I had to say, but I wouldn't even have engaged, because straight away you know that this person is out to put you in a way that you shouldn't be feeling, because obviously she had a problem. The problem might have been the way that you looked. The problem might have been because she didn't like you being there as a man within her space. You know, there's two women there. It could have been an array of things, but don't get involved with somebody else if they're trying to attack you, if they're trying to get you in a way. If they lay their hands on you, that's a different matter. Then it's self-defense. Then you have got every right to look after yourself and protect yourself the best way that you can. But yeah, that's what I was going to be talking about yesterday, but I went into more detail, obviously, because of the time. But as I said, just make sure that you double check. Just check to make sure that what you're doing it right. It's like me going abroad, going to Costa Rica. It's going to take me two hours driving to get to London. All right, or depend on traffic. Forget the train, it's going to be a little bit shorter. Okay, forget the plane, it's going to be even quicker. But I want to make sure that I've packed all my stuff, it's all ready, it's all there. And what I'll do is get myself off. But what about my passport? Oh no, I forgot it because I didn't double check. All my documents in my zip compartment where I was put them, make sure it's in there. So just double check everything, because I wouldn't want to get all the way down there and that's going to take a 4-hour round trip to get all the way back home and then back there again. And then by that time, what will probably end up happening is I'll miss my flights, and then I've got to go and get on another flight, which is going to be a whole another issue and pain. So just double check. Whatever you do, make sure, because I know that I will now. Every time that I post, this is the first time that it's happened in the many that I've done. I'm not too sure how many I've done, as I said, because I haven't counted. Don't need to. I'm just putting them out, talking from the heart, talking from a place of goodness and kindness, and just trying to help people achieve the best things that they can achieve within them, to get the best out of themselves. Because why shouldn't we get the best out of ourselves? If we're not looking to improve ourselves to the best, you know what? What are we looking for then? We just don't want to stay the same way that we are. We have to evolve. We have to make ourselves the brightest star in the universe. But I was up there, when you look up and you see, we want to be the brightest ever. Right, guys, I've got to go. There's somebody there at the door, and I think they're coming to do the extractor fan. So, Inspirational post by Leverson daily, and I will see you guys tomorrow. So don't forget, measure twice, cut once. Thank you very much for your time, and I'll make sure that I'll post this right this time around. Okay, have a great day. Peace. Take care. Bless. Yeah, I will make sure that I double check and I get my posting right. Okay, guys, so have a great day. See you tomorrow, Wednesday. Bye.